My name's Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff, where I'll make a healthy dinner from start to finish and pair it with wines from around the world. Let's fill up that glass. Hi, I'm Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff. Today we're doing a mushroom chicken casserole. I've been entertaining with this for years, and it's always been a crowd favorite, and it's so easy to do, so I'm going to share it with you. Right here we have 4 chicken breasts, all cut up into bite-sized pieces, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to cut this last one with you. So I like to go with the grain of the chicken, and we're going to cut this up. And once again, bite-sized pieces. Okay. And then we're going to give a little salt and pepper. Let me turn down this oil. I see it's saying it's a bit too hot for me. So we're going to do a little bit of salt and pepper in on this. Very simple. Just salt and pepper it. And we're going to brown it up in some olive oil that I have heating up over there. And we're not going to overcrowd the pan. That's very important. You want to make sure you want to do these in batches. Because I have 2 pounds of chicken breast right here. And if you put this all in the pan at once, you know what it's going to do? Instead of brown, it's going to steam. And you're not going to get the same flavor. So let's get a good portion of these in here. All right. And as you see, the pan is not overcrowded. We'll do this in about 2 batches, and we're going to let them get brown and beautifully caramelized. Flip them over, and then we'll do the other batch. And it doesn't need to be thoroughly cooked through, because we have the oven on at 375, so you want to preheat your oven. And this dish will go back into the oven and cook, and it will come out so tender and delicious. I guarantee you it will be one of your favorites. Okay, I have my last batch here. Let's get out of the hot pan here. We're doing everything in the same pan, by the way. I want all those drippings. So let's get that out and squeeze a little bit more oil in there, a little more olive oil. And what we're going to do, let that get hot for 1 second, even though it's screaming hot already. But another little trick, we want to add half fresh lemon juice to the chicken once it comes out. That's just going to boost up all the flavors and everything. And that pan is screaming already. Let's get the mushrooms right in there. Those are baby bellas. I love, one on the run. There's always one on the run. I love the baby bellas because they're definitely a rich, heartier flavor. 2 major tricks. Brown the mushrooms first before we're adding the onions. Let those mushrooms brown. Do not hit them with salt yet. That will extract the liquid out, and you will steam them instead of browning them. So let those brown. Do not move them around in the pan yet. And then after they caramelize a little more, then move them around, and we're going to throw in the onions. The mushrooms have beautifully caramelized, as you can see. Now what we can do is we can add the onions to them. I see people always brown onions and mushrooms together, and I just don't get that because onions have so much liquid in them. So you're actually steaming the mushrooms instead of browning them first, and you get so much flavor from the mushrooms. It's unbelievable. So now that the onions are in the pan, we're just going to let that sweat out and get a little translucent. We're going to give it, now we can give everything a little bit of layer of salt, because we want actually to extract the liquids from the onions at this point. So perfect. And after that's out, we're going to hit it with a touch of cognac. Oh yeah, that's another little secret. And while that's going, I have this beautiful, you guys will love this one. I have a Duckhorn Cabernet. Oh, this has notes of black currant with a little bit of tobacco, but a little bit of cherry also. And you get that French oak, but it's very, very smooth. And you're like, Cabernet with chicken? Wait till you see what I'm adding in this chicken, and it will pair perfectly with it. I love this cab. Duckhorn makes the best cab. They're really, really good. So we'll just let that sweat out a little bit longer and hit it with some cognac. Our onions have gotten very tender and translucent. Now let's hit it with some cognac. Okay. I actually measured it out for you. I normally don't measure. I cranked up the heat because see all that steam? That's what you want to happen when the cognac hits. The cognac should hit and should be super hot, the actual pan itself. So you can cook off the alcohol, but that flavor is left behind. I have a little sip for myself. I had to make sure the cognac was good, right? Now that'll just take a second. Now what we're going to add to that is fresh tarragon. Right on in. Fresh tarragon. All the exact measurements are right down below in the description center. So we're done with that cognac. Here's how fresh tarragon looks, and please use the fresh. Do not use the dry. Just pull back on the stem like this, and you can take the top off. And they're long, long leaves. So I just put a knife through it like this. Very simple. And then take it and throw it on in. Okay, next on the list, believe it or not, we have beef gravy. Now, I'm not a fan of store-bought beef gravy, but I have used this and it really works well. Let me get my utensils. And it really just brings a whole other layer of flavor to it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to add our chicken back in with all those pan drippings. See all this? Look at all that. Can you see all that? Those are all the pan drippings. You want that back in there. So we're going to add that back in there. And I just want to add a touch of chicken stock. So let me grab that. Okay, I have some chicken stock here. Let's start with about a half a cup and see how that looks. I might be putting in a full cup. I just want to be able to thin this out a little bit. And while this bakes in the oven, yeah, it looks like we're going to be having a full cup of chicken stock. There we go. Yes. Look at all that gravy. That is beautiful. Okay, in the oven she goes, lid on at 375 degrees for 50 minutes. Lid on because I want to keep the moisture in. Okay, in you go. We'll see you in 50 minutes. I would like to thank all my subscribers. And if you're not yet a subscriber, why not hit that subscribe button so you know what I'm making next week. I can't wait to try this mushroom chicken casserole. It is amazing, I'm telling you. This is a crowd winner. Gotta get some mushrooms on there, chicken, and I got a spoon for the gravy. It is so good. The chicken is so tender. And don't forget to pair it with this Duckhorn Cabernet. It is amazing with it. And you know, you can throw this over pasta, or I put it over couscous or rice, whatever you'd like to do, because you want that gravy. It is amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by Wine and Dine, and we'll see you next week.